Are we good? Welcome to the Ringer NFL wins pool for 2018. We have never done this on camera before. That's Sean Fennessy, editor-in-chief. Micah Peters, we invited because he likes soccer. Kevin Clark, NFL expert from Orlando. They don't have an NFL team. We're not worried about him. Robert Mays, still jet lagged from the trip from Chicago. We're not worried about him either. He's going to take the Bears too high. Tate Frazier.
Nice.
I'm a little worried about him.
Nice intro.
At least know something about his shirt.
That is his
Roger
name.
Sherman, wearing a Belarus hat for some reason. He's here.
My roommates at the Olympics gave it to me. They were nice guys from Belarus who were drunk all the time.
And then the mother of dragons. She's hungry. She's ornery. Mallory Rubin.
Hello.
Already complaining about the rules, that she wasn't there for the live envelope thing, which we're about to show in a second. And then back here, Heifetz and Haley, who are hopefully the 30-second time drop. What did we say, 30 seconds?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Riley, over here. You have a partner?
Sort of. De facto, Matt is helping me out.
Is he your partner or not?
He's not my partner officially, but he might give me some advice.
Jesus, this is going off the rails. Riley's a Rams fan, so he's going to be rattled the whole time.
The only
What
one.
pick are you?
5.
All right. So we did the envelope drawing in my office. None of these people were here. It's very controversial. Mallory, state your case that you weren't in the room.
I don't think it's controversial at all. It's unambiguous corruption. Nobody who was participating in the event, other than you, was there to witness.
We
the
had
draft
5
order.
Ringer people in the office. We had envelopes. I shuffled them up, and I picked them out.
Who pays those
You
people?
pay those people, Bill. You pay those
There's
people.
no stakes. We're not even doing this with a prize. It's just pride.
Why don't we set a prize
That
right
is
now?
stakes.
What do you want to do? All right, we'll figure out a prize. In the meantime, here's the video 3 hours ago, the envelope drawing where we picked all the teams. Here it is. We're taping this at 11 a.m. The draft is in 3 hours now. I am doing the David Stern and picking the order. I did not freeze the envelope. I did not fold the envelope. I didn't do it. There's no chicanery. We're going to pick the order. Picking first. They'll get the first, 20th, and 26th picks. Tate Frazier. Tough one for him. You can't pick Carolina first. It would be too weird. Picking second. They get second, 16, and 29. Robert Mays. You're not getting the Bears at 16 either ways. Picking 3. 3, 13, and 30. This is tough. I wouldn't want this one. Kevin Clark. His NBA team sucks, and so do these 3 picks. 3, 13, 25. I wouldn't mind this one. Oh, can't open this one. Oh, Sean Fennessy. 4, 18, 25. Would he take the Jets at 25? He might. Xavier Sam Darnold. All right. Pick 5. 5, 15, 27. Riley McAtee. You're not getting the Rams at 5, Riley. Picking 6. This is a good one. 6, 19, and 22. This has won the wins pool before. Mallory Rubin. The mother of dragons. Sean Yu's tormentor. Hopefully she won't... we're not going to have food at this thing, right?
Definitely no pizza.
I like a hungry, ornery Mallory is good for everybody. Except all other humans. Roger Sherman will be picking 7, 11, and 28. This is a really nice pick. 7, 11, you get 2 of the top 11, basically. The good news for us is he's going to fuck it up. Team 8. I still haven't been picked yet. I don't know what's going on here. Team 8 is 8, 17, 21. I like this too. Danny Heifetz and Haley O'Shaughnessy. I predict a lot of stammering back and forth and them taking way too long to make each pick. This is how this is going to come out. Only 2 picks left. Somehow I'm not involved yet. Pick number 9 is 9, 14, 23. I like this one as well. Micah Peters. We're not sure he even watches football. It's unclear. He watches a lot of soccer. Pick 10. That's me. 10, 12, 24. I gotta say, I'm excited about this. I think the pool's over. I think I already won.
Wolves
I'll tell you the story later.
or
All right, we're live. We're talking Premier League because that has nothing to do with anything right now. So you saw the envelopes. I have been in a wins pool now for 8 to 10 years. I don't really feel like there's any rhyme or reason to what slot matters. It really depends on the year. Like when the 2004 Pats went 15-1, you would have wanted the first pick. It seems like around 29 to 30 wins total takes the pool. Do you want to complain about the draft more?
So I
complimented your number as I was doing the lottery, 6, 19, 22. I like those picks.
I would have loved to have been there to witness that compliment. That would have been great.
You could have been invited.
So just to make sure we're all clear.
Yeah.
You're saying that the algorithm, the scientific algorithm on which this entire process hinges, makes no sense, has no rhyme or reason
Didn't say it made no
and
sense.
is not actual math.
They didn't say it made no sense. It was handed to me by my old mentor, John Walsh, like 10 years ago. He said, "This is cool."
Was it handed to you in an envelope, and you couldn't see where the envelope came from when he handed it to you?
No, it wasn't like that. He might have emailed it to me, actually. And he was like, for some reason, this algorithm works, and you really have to nail all 3 picks.
For some reason.
You have to hit the first pick, the second pick, the third pick. It's very hard to win the wins pool.
Can we get a full transcript of this conversation? You know, just for...
You would rather do a Premier League pool. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because this reminds me of, you know, like how FIFA removed the word corruption from all of its bylaws.
Yeah, this is very FIFA-esque.
We never see the algorithm. We never saw the cards be shuffled. We were shown a video.
7 witnesses.
People at MIT came up with it.
So we don't the fact that no pick gives you a distinct advantage is all you should really know about. A draft order doesn't matter that much. Yeah.
Tate has the first pick.
Yes.
Were you excited to get the first pick, or were you worried?
I was very excited. I was obviously did not think it was corrupt at all how it was done. I thought it was. We saw it. It was on video. It was very nice that you did
Tate
it that way.
was the first person hired at the Ringer.
Yeah. So it's very kind. And you know, with the first pick, I am contractually obligated.
Are you picking?
Yeah. Am I going for it?
We're doing a pregame show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wow.
I put my picks out there.
I mean, you can do the first pick if you want.
I'm kind of ready.
Wow.
I don't see why the teams don't do this in the draft. Like, if you have the first pick and you go 2 months early.
I think the wire transfer between them was scheduled for 2:07 Pacific.
Hit the account. You're good to go. Make your pick.
Yeah, I'm ready. Most people would think that the New England Patriots would be the team, right? That would be the first team to pick, especially if I want to work here in the upcoming months. But I say I don't want an AFC team. I'm not a fan of the AFC in general. I'm an NFC guy, so I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow. Okay.
13 wins last year.
Wasn't expecting that.
Kirk Cousins is obviously now there. Case Keenum is gone. I love Stephon Diggs. I love Mike Zimmer. I love that defense. And the Vikings.
Are you where Kirk Cousins is their quarterback?
I love Kirk Cousins.
27 and 30 lifetime?
You like that, Bill.
27 and 30 lifetime.
Who
describes
how
do you feel about that
as an
pick?
NFC
I get
guy?
it.
I'm an NFC guy.
I feel like the Vikings have an extremely high ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about just how few weaknesses they have all over their roster. The offensive line's already hurt, but outside of that, like nobody on that team is a bottom-level NFL starter. So I get it. I can see them winning 14 games.
A little bit of panic in my war room right now because they were the top of my big board. Because I thought at 3, I thought the way the draft was going to shake out, it was going to go Rams, Patriots in some order. Vikings would fall to me. Now I'm working the phones. I don't know what to do.
What do you think, Bills now, maybe? Bills at 3?
Bills or Jets, I'm targeting at 3.
So, like,
See, you love the wins poll. This is so much fun. You just need to eat.
Now I'm in my spreadsheet zone.
Bill, you're
I don't
right.
have time for you guys
pick order
anymore.
doesn't matter.
Pick order doesn't matter. Robert Mays is on the clock. So Tate has 1, 20, and 26. We're not going to hear from Tate again for 19 picks. 20.
Yeah. Go check your
Can't
bank account balance.
win. Mays is up. You have 2, 16, 29. Who do you have?
I'm going with the Rams at 2.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What is happening?
This is a Luka Doncic situation. I get the New England Patriots now.
Unbelievable.
For 2 reasons I'm doing this. 1, I don't want to root for the Patriots every week.
Okay.
And that's a huge part of this.
Yes.
And
That's
2,
just not American.
I'm sorry about that. There's no joy in that whatsoever. 2, I just have a hard time imagining this being like a 13-3 Patriots team. They probably walk to 10 wins in that division, but I also think that this is not a great version of who they can be. The Rams, to me, could have the best record in the league, easily. And it's just, I don't know. I think that...
Do we need to get water for Riley?
Sorry, bud.
You're right, Riley.
I agree with
Riley's
everything
actually
you're
a
saying.
legitimate Rams
Best
fan.
record in the league.
I mean, I think the Rams could easily win 8 games, but I think they have a better chance of winning 14 than New England.
So I would have taken the Rams first. I just think they're loaded on both ends, and I love their coach, and I think he's one of those pour the gasoline on the fire coaches. When they're up 30-10, they're still throwing. And I don't know. I don't like their division that much either.
No, I think that Seattle could be really bad this year, and Arizona is probably going to be pretty bad this year. So, I don't know. I feel like they have just the highest upside for me.
Forgot about Jimmy G, though.
Roger, you haven't made fun of a pick yet. What's going on?
I'm surprised the Pats are still there.
So this is shocking.
As a website that, of course, we're
using
supposed to
an
have
MIT algorithm. We love Boston. Yeah,
it's stunning.
By the way, we have like 3 Boston fans and like 12 Philly fans.
Yeah.
And like
we literally have too many Philly fans.
Is that the official count?
There's one fan in particular, though.
Okay. Clark, you're up at 3.
New England Patriots.
Nice.
Not even turning my card in early, not even thinking about it. They're going to sleepwalk to 11 wins. Maybe they'll get 13.
What if they wake up? You think 15 wins?
Nathan Peterman is starting NFL game Sunday.
Yes.
Nathan Peterman. That's where we're at right now.
Kevin, can you name 4 wide receivers on the New England Patriots right now on their roster?
They only have 4.
Yeah, they only have 4.
Can you name them?
2 of them, I think
Like
we
the
just
ones that are
signed.
healthy.
Yeah,
I'm really worried about the receivers.
I am too. But they have Tom Brady.
Yeah, they do.
Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski.
Does he catch passes? I think he drops them.
He does drop them.
He creates receptions.
Who is the second Patriot drafted in a fantasy draft? I mean, most people have had it after Brady. Is it Chris Hogan?
No,
Gronk.
Gronk and then 10 running
Gronk
backs.
is 1, and then
Yeah.
Brady's probably 2.
Chris Hogan, your sneaky athletic king.
I mean, the South said the over-under for Gronk for games played is like 13.5. I would go under.
Yeah,
When
that's
does this
pretty high.
matter?
That is high.
They've won the division every year since 2003. Like, when has this mattered that there's no receiver
My
depth?
question though
When
is, could
Sam
they win the
Darnold
division
showed up.
going 10-6 this year?
Absolutely, they could. That's my.
sure.
That's kind of why I'm worried about this. Is that they could again sleepwalk to 10 wins and really have no motivation to go for it by the end of the season.
But you
Clark-
don't really need to be motivated to beat the Bills or the Dolphins.
So Clark
Or the
had
Jets.
Clark picked 3rd. You're coming back at 13. You have the Patriots. You're looking good so far.
I feel great.
Sean Fantasy
Taking the
picking
Jets.
4th.
I'm taking the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles
Okay.
because the NFC East is hot trash, and I feel strongly about their ability to coast, much like the Patriots, to 10 wins, and I think they'll probably win 12 games. And I'm a Doug Peterson believer.
So Sal and I did guess the lines today, and the Eagles-Falcons line was -2. If the game is in Philadelphia on a Thursday night where they get their rings.
Nick Foles.
I was just surprised. I
It's
guess
not-
5.5.
It's not just Foles, though. Like,
They're banged
you
up.
just picked a team where nobody on the offense has an intact knee.
Yeah. Including
Nobody
Jason
except
Peters.
Zach Ertz. That's it.
I'm feeling strongly
Other
about
than
it.
that,
Jeffrey's hurt. Wentz is hurt. Jai is hurt.
is this your first shitting on a pick moment?
I was just too confounded by the Patriots slipping to 3 to even speak until now.
Well,
But I'm moved by Sean's gesture of love for Chris Ryan in his absence. And now I've
Internally,
decided
I'm
to
in a
chime
lot
in.
of pain. I despise Philadelphia. I despise the Eagles. But fortunately, this is the smart move for me.
Riley's up at 5. The Rams are off the clock. Riley is our resident Rams Sacramento Kings fan. There's not a lot of them out there. He is somehow in a good mood every day. I don't really understand it. Riley, who do you have?
It's just denial is the good move.
Okay.
I also despise this team, but I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Thank God. Thank you, Riley.
So you don't have
I'm
to
really
take
glad
them?
you did that. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank
I feel
you.
like they're still pretty good. They seem to be pretty good every year, and the AFC is not very good. So I like their odds. I feel like they have a really high floor and probably a high ceiling too.
I just think it's nice to know that somebody out there believes in Mason Rudolph as much as Riley. That's nice.
Mason Rudolph.
That's nice.
Was he the guy they got for Martavis Bryant who never played a game?
They drafted him.
But it was
No,
the pick, right?
they
the
packaged
pick,
that
yeah,
pick and
yeah.
they moved up.
It was that pick, yeah.
Clark, make the case that the Steelers will not make the playoffs.
Okay, Le'Veon Bell's just not there yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
He'll be there.
When? The game is Sunday.
It's fine. They play the Browns Sunday. Do they need him to beat the Browns?
Flight to Pittsburgh? Oh,
If they need
sorry.
Le'Veon Bell to win on Sunday, then I've got a lot bigger problems.
Okay, so
Browns are good.
the Browns. A lot of
You're
buzz
taking
about the
next?
Browns
I
this
might.
year. I just think we've talked about it a million times. Ben Roethlisberger, that aging curve, that whole golden generation, that's going to fall off a cliff at some point, and Roethlisberger seems like the likeliest option to be the first one off the cliff. So there's some.
It's not the 41-year-old you drafted?
Yeah, he eats avocado ice cream.
4 years older than Roethlisberger.
Yeah, and look, he's doing Pilates and stuff.
Yeah. Has anybody had a
Are you saying that Roethlisberger's
not
isn't doing Pilates? Is
We're
that what
moving
you're
on to
concerned
the
about here?
Mother Dragons. You have the 6th, 19th, and 22nd picks. Some good teams left. Who do you have?
Good.
See, all the good teams are gone already. All the safe picks are gone. Everybody now who's good and going to win a lot of games has a
Okay.
terribly
All right.
brutal
All
schedule.
right. Let's go.
Wow.
It's an honor and a privilege just for you to select.
You're gonna be sick.
Give me Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
I was going to say, the team quarterback by Aaron Rodgers is still available.
Give me the Packers. I'm a little scared of the schedule. The strength of schedule is brutal, but
That division is tough now.
Division's tough.
it is.
I'd be
That's why I
scared.
wouldn't have taken the
I'm really
Vikings
thinking
first.
about- no,
I know.
I can't.
And
We have
yet,
4 NFC teams so far.
Sheesh.
Roger Sherman on the clock, 7 or 11. This is a nice one. This is probably my favorite spot of the 10 spots.
We should say we're in Bortles range right now. We're in,
Are we-
we're in
are we
Jaguars
officially in
range.
Bortles range?
Yeah,
we're officially
so
here.
Tate has
Hey,
the
No, we're here. We're here, folks.
Tate has the Super Bowl 53 odds to win up, and the Jaguars are the second team there. I will not be taking the Jacksonville Jaguars because I can't bring Bortles upon myself. I'm going to go.
He
with
almost beat the Pats.
But
forget.
this is Blake Bortles. I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Oh, wow. Some real sliders here.
This is really shaping up good for me.
And fine.
7, 11, 28. People love the NFC South and seem to think it's the best division of the 3. Tate, you root for an NFC South team. Should the Falcons be the first team taken from the NFC South?
I think the Saints should be, but I don't, it's
was-
whatever team you really want to buy into.
I was going between those two. I didn't want to ruin Micah's day.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
being
there you
mighty
go.
loud right
Oh,
now.
shit. We're 2 picks away from Micah being able to pick the Saints.
I was going between
Let's
those
go.
two.
Ruin his day.
Danny Miller.
That's easier schedule.
I don't have any problem with what's happened so far.
Danny's the host of Fantasy Football, which has been a valuable fantasy ad for me.
Like, you don't have to hide.
Found out 4th
your
wide
routes.
receivers I'd
Yes,
never
we
heard
do.
of before.
Offensive coordinator.
Did you guys
defensive
color
coordinator.
code today? Like, did you coordinate your outfits?
We actually didn't know we were going to be a team until like 20 minutes ago.
You also color-coded your spreadsheets. I don't know where you're...
Yes, I came prepared.
This
Yeah,
is
it
going to
was
be
a
our new,
compliment.
our new NFL morning show. We're competing with Good Morning Football.
We are taking Drew Brees and the Saints.
Sorry, Micah.
That's messed up.
Extremely rude to
This is
Micah.
really good for the NFC. If you're a fan of the NFC, you're having a great time watching this right now.
And you're
Wow,
a huge
so
And I'm a
NFC
huge
fan.
NFC guy. So.
I'm really
This is
excited
bizarre
about
to
this
me.
board.
I thought the bulk of the top 10 would be AFC teams.
I agree.
So we have 6 NFC teams so far: Minnesota, Rams, Eagles,
Keep sliding.
Packers, Falcons, Saints.
Is it weird that I think the Panthers are the best team in that division?
And they have
Yeah,
not
that's
been
weird.
taken
Yeah,
yet.
that's
weird?
Yeah, that's weird.
Am I supposed to think that?
I know
think
Micah's
so.
not going to take him because he hates the Panthers.
I will say I feel like this is a tier, just a quality NFL teams. Not necessarily who's going to have the best record. Even that's what this is, but obviously the NFC is tough. But I think that's where a cutoff is in terms of like contender status, like real contender status.
Without Bortles being included, but yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I
the
haven't picked
Jags
yet.
are
Jags are like right there.
The Jags are hovering.
Yeah.
Where are the Jets?
You know
The Jets
what?
are a little bit lower.
Climbing.
I think I'll gamble on Bortles. I'm going to take the Jaguars.
Oh,
Yes,
I love it.
yes.
I have every confidence I'm not going to attempt to try to run out of the shotgun formation on like a 1st and 10 on every time that they're trying to score. But anyway, I do love Leonard.
They do the
Fournette.
opposite of that.
Yeah, you got.
I mean, I'm
you
talking
got-
about like in the Patriots game when they were leading, and they tried to run out of the shotgun for like
sure.
3 or 4 times in a row. Did they not?
Yeah, they're not a super unpredictable offense.
Yeah,
and they bring
but,
back
I mean-
everyone who runs that offense.
Love to be described as super not unpredictable. That's so
That's great.
You should have called him Sir Blake Bortles.
Sir Blake Bortles.
Yeah, because he's undefeated in London.
Yeah.
Isn't he undefeated?
Yeah, he's the king of London.
Yeah, he's got another London game this
You
year.
know, the London Spitfire has
What
a
about
sing
England? Just London? Or?
No, just London. That's all I can get. Nothing outside of London.
With the 10th pick, a team that I probably would have taken in the top 5.
Ooh.
I'm a believer in this man, Mr. Pat Mahomes,
Oh, yeah.
and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. Wow.
I think they can win the AFC, and I think they have a chance to be the 1 seed. Cousin Sal and I may or may not have wagered on them illegally.
Have you
Cross it off
ever
right in the
looked at the
middle of
people
my
who play
spreadsheet
defense
here?
for the Chiefs?
Which one?
All the guys who play defense for the Chiefs.
A lot of young guys. Eric Berry's back.
Not that many young guys. A lot of established bad
Andy Reid's
guys.
got a lot of young guys.
One of the things
I'm
I
happy
love
with
about Pat Mahomes is that he could be the #1 starting pitcher on the Baltimore Orioles immediately.
One of the things opposing teams love about him is that
baseball.
he's going to be throwing to them all season long, and he's probably going to lead the league in interceptions. So
The
good
Sam
luck.
Darnold is, unless he gets
Oh,
benched.
wow. Rude.
Sam Darnold's
It's incredibly
interception
rude.
total is 13.5, South said.
Oh, he'll be over,
Over
that.
and
He'll be over that.
Yeah.
The counter is under if he gets benched. That's
Why would you
the-
ever
that's
bench him?
basically
He was
all
the
you're
third
betting on.
overall pick in the draft.
Well, if you don't want to
McCown's
ruin
If
his
you put him in to
confidence
start
on
the
a bad
season, I
over.
think you're riding with him all
So
year.
bet the over.
Sure, I would.
Didn't you throw the ball for the grabs a lot in USC?
For grabs, not really, because it was straight to the guys on the field.
That's what you mean by up for grabs. A lot of fumbles.
All right, let's recap the first round. Tate went first, Minnesota. May's second, Rams. Pats go to Clark at 3.
Ridiculous.
Fantasy took the Eagles.
Great
Riley
play.
took the Steelers. Mallory took the Packers. Roger took the Falcons. Danny and Haley took the Saints. And then it dropped off to the Jaguars-Chiefs combo. I have
Stunning
7
game.
contenders. I wouldn't count the Falcons, although I could see them being good. But now we're going to the round 2. Roger's up again.
You know, since moving here to Los Angeles, one thing has been clear. This town has Chargers fever. You can't go anywhere without seeing people decked out in Phillip Rivers jerseys.
Yep.
Those are all his children. All of those people are his children.
I'm going to take my hometown Los Angeles Chargers.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it's like I live here. I guess it's not my hometown.
How do you
but-
feel about the Chargers hype bandwagon that has been happening, Mallory, the last couple weeks?
Aside from the relentless, unstoppable barrage of injuries. It feels like the thing where, like, when Maryland started wearing Under Armour a few years ago and, like, every 4 minutes someone tore an ACL. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But I love Derwin James.
I am taking the Panthers at 12. I think they are the best NFC South team. Sorry, Micah.
Me as well.
You're welcome
And
to think that.
I almost took them at 10, and now I get them at 12. And I'm excited, and I think I can get 22 wins out of those two teams. Got to get to 30.
What happens when you win this and we realize it's rigged and was all bullshit?
We'll work through it.
This is 10-12 worked out really well for you.
We'll talk it out.
Wait,
It's
why
not
is
bad.
what happens when we realize it's rigged, like future tense?
Good point.
There was 5 people in the room.
Again, I don't think it was rigged.
Thanks, Tate. You're the best, Tate. All right, picking number 13.
It's me.
Kevin Clark, who is fresh off his successful Pats pick.
Not happy about this. I had targeted the Chiefs, Chargers, and Panthers. I was hoping one of them would fall to me. And then there's a definite drop-off after this. I'm a little bit worried. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans.
Damn it, Ooh, Kevin.
Damn it.
I like that.
That bummed me out.
I'd say that's one of the highest upside teams left. They could also be terrible.
I agree. I really wanted
Their
the
coach
Chargers.
could get fired. They could go 12-4. I'm prepared for anything.
I really wanted them.
Number 14, Micah. Who do you put with Blake Bortles?
You know what? I'm gonna go with another shooter. I'm gonna go with the Titans. I'm gonna bet on Marcus Mariota not having a terrible season.
Oh, boy.
Big AFC South fan over there.
Big AFC South fan.
Love to
That
be
was my
rooting
pick
against
for the
myself.
AFC South.
Do
I
you
like
just
the
have a
Titans.
list of NFL teams over there?
Yeah, basically.
No,
I like.
just the South.
Just the AFC
I
South.
like the new coach.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion, the
Vrabel.
New England Patriots.
One of the
Never
dirty
had a deer
Loves the
after spring.
Belichick disciple
Scandal.
that's now running a team in the AFC. I'm shocked.
Never had a scandal like Ray Lewis did.
an extraordinarily
Two,
dirty
like Ray
player
Lewis did.
that opposing
Dirty
players
player?
hated.
What?
Yeah.
You're thinking of Bill
despicable.
Romanowski?
No, I'm thinking of Mike Vrabel.
No, Mike
I
Vrabel's a
recall.
good
I
I
watched
was
man.
him
thinking of
closely.
all of the Patriots.
good man.
'Cause in his mind, they're all that.
I was thinking of Bill Romanowski. Sorry.
Speaking of good men, Riley is up
Right.
at number
segue.
15. You have the Steelers and who?
This is a tough one for me. I'm going to take the 49ers. I believe in Jimmy G.
All these
I
picks
really
are
believe in Kyle
terrible now.
Shanahan.
Yeah.
That's really what this pick is
Do you
about.
believe in Alfred Morris?
Yeah, in that system, I do. He's experienced in that zone blocking system and kind of, I think, is
Hate all these
comfortable in
teams
it.
already.
Mays is up at 16 and could win the pool right now.
I really appreciate Riley taking the 49ers because
it.
it makes my decision very easy. I will take my 27-year-old son, Khalil Mack, and the Chicago Bears.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
Beautiful.
That
Trubisky
Rams
season.
Bears is a dangerous combo. You can get 14 wins with the Rams and 11 with the Bears.
All the teams I would have targeted in that range were gone. I think the Chargers would have been ahead of them for me, and the Titans would have been in the conversation. San Francisco probably would have been ahead of them, and Houston. So with those gone, it just
You just want to be
I don't
happy.
like anybody else there. You know, we're talking about teams that I feel are destined to be mediocre again. I just think the Bears have the highest upside of the teams left in that kind of range.
I like the Bears.
If the Bears win 11 games, I'll eat Rodgers' Belarus hat live on camera.
Nice.
Will Donnie finally join you and eat the cleat?
I'm not a
I just want to ask you
Never
right now
going to
what
eat the
you would have
cleat.
said about the Rams at this point last year.
I would have said they were going to be bad, which obviously did not turn out to be the case.
Just saying, would you have said the same thing hat-wise about the Rams in 11 games?
Would I have offered to eat Rodgers' hat then? Which hat are we talking?
Not
The
the
same
Belarus
hat?
hat.
Not Belarus.
I like the
this
pick,
hat.
Maze.
You guys
Danny and
can hear
Haley, I can hear papers shuffling and whispering and just pure panic right now behind me. I'm not even going to turn around.
These are all the risky teams now.
This is
You
terrible.
have the Saints at 8. Now you have 17 and 21. You have 2 of the next 5 picks.
Sean, if you eat
Who do
my
you
hat,
have?
will you give me another Eastern European country's hat?
I promised to
told
get
you
you a
guys
hat of
should trade with
Latvia.
me.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'll
all
send on
right.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
I can't take the Seahawks. Okay, this has nothing to do with my son, Lamar Jackson, but we're taking the Ravens.
Haley!
Sorry, Mal. Mallory and I were in
Ravens.
a draft over the weekend, and she was the pick before me, and it was awful. She took everyone I wanted. It's
great for me.
Mallory, there's
This
a
is
bet.
payback.
Lamar Jackson over/under starts in 2018, 3.5.
Oh, over for sure.
Over for sure.
At quarterback or just
At
starting
quarterback.
in general?
Just
Oh,
starting.
don't
Okay.
do that. We're not putting
Over?
in a wide receiver.
I think we just line them both.
You
in
would
the
think they
backfield.
bench Joe Flacco at some
QB.
point.
Why not?
Yeah.
You think that's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he gets hurt.
Yeah, I think it's more if Flacco gets hurt.
Have you ever seen him try to slide?
Joe Flacco's been fairly durable he's been injured, like, lingering stuff over the last couple of years, but he's played games.
Well aware.
Get out there.
That's part of the problem. He's
mean,
always
yeah.
out there.
That's Eli. They're just always there.
But they would pay a quarterback
But she
to
wouldn't
not
play
play
games.
$25 million this year if Joe Flacco just sat on the bench for the entire season. I'm just saying.
Mallory, how much
paying
would
him
you
either
pay
way.
to not have to see Joe Flacco? $25
I
million?
don't think it's a bad idea. I'm just saying I don't see it
Had
happening.
that option.
You're starting to GoFundMe to buy out Joe
Consider it.
Flacco?
I don't think anyone's ever been more ungrateful for a title than Mallory.
That is a gross
You
mischaracterization.
should be defending Joe Flacco like people are insulting your cat. He won you the Super
Leave
Bowl.
Halo out of this.
Thank
He had
you,
the
Roger.
hottest Super Bowl run in the history of the quarterback position.
I have great.
And all you do is throw cat feces at him. Like it never happened.
Listen,
Is it Halo?
great memories of what Jacoby Jones did for the Ravens. Very grateful.
This is terrible. Fantasy's up. You have 18. You have the Eagles already.
Yep.
You could pick a surgeon for all the knee issues they have.
That's rude.
18.
I'm selecting future AFC North champions, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Like that pick.
That's a great pick.
It'd be interesting if they had more wins than the Eagles. I like the Bengals this year.
I think they're the
Who else
scariest
likes the
team
Bengals?
in the AFC.
Couldn't
like
even
the Bengals.
find them on my spreadsheet
But I also
because
like
they
the
were
Browns
so high up.
in that division. To make
In
a
a bad
run.
way. I think
No
so.
one's going to win
It
it.
can be a
I'm the only
dogfight.
team I
It can be a dogfight in the
personally
AFC North.
I like the
For
Bengals.
the
The Bengals are going to be the
3-9
same old
teams.
mediocre
Oh,
team
yeah.
they've been.
Sorry about that.
And then
That was
the
Andy
Ravens.
Dalton calling to say thank you for the
That was
pick.
Marvin Lewis. Thank you, Sean, for his support.
Shout out to Marvin. How long's Marvin had that job? 75 years?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
and
it's
he's back.
14.
We're all excited about it.
Yeah. I think he's worn down the whole fan base. It's not fun to make jokes about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's just kind of happening over here now. It's kind of great for him.
You're saying this about a team you just claimed to be excited about.
I am. And I think that's all good for them. Last
What?
year,
Why?
Because they remember they made the playoffs and got beaten 4 straight years. Everybody's like, "Fuck these guys! These guys we got to get rid of," and they didn't get rid of them, and they sucked. And now nobody thinks about it anymore. So they're in a great spot.
So
They're
the
just kind of
fan
over
base
here.
and everything associated with the organization
The
just
fan base
has
is
reached
just
that
dead.
point.
They've given up. They're like Sacramento Kings fans.
Again, super excited about it, I guess, though.
Well, I'm excited because now I think they're undervalued. There's no pressure. Nobody believes in anything in Cincinnati.
This is such a weird.
Everyone agrees with me.
Well, the whole defense got Dunlap got re-signed, right, and then Gino got
defense
re-signed.
is
They're
good.
running back the same mediocre team they've had for the last 3 years.
That team's good now.
Yeah.
John Ross is
That
good.
team is all the mediocre
Ross is
kind of
good, guys.
unremarkable pieces are back, and several of the good players are gone. Andrew
AJ
Whitworth is
Green?
gone. Kevin Zeitler's gone.
Geno Atkins?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Those are elite players.
Andy Dalton's playing
Two.
well, too. In the
Two
preseason.
guys.
Love those guys. Take
That's
me to
it.
the promised land. Take
William
wins.
Jackson is
It's
a good
perfect.
quarterback.
18th pick. What am I
Perfect's
supposed
not
to do?
there. That's the
This
best
guy
thing.
hitched his wagon to Trubisky. You can't take him that
Predicted
seriously.
11 wins for the Bears. They sucked last year.
That's
Who's
the
that?
problem, is that the Bengals are just going to be the same. I don't know how good the Bears will be, but I know the Bengals are not going to be that good.
I'm all in on the red rifle this year.
They're running back the 10-6 machine from a couple years ago.
Except
10-6
it's not the
first
10-6
round loss.
machine. They're
Just need 10
7-9
wins from
wins.
them.
They're a wild card.
Now,
Right?
yeah.
Is he playing football?
Packers, you had
No.
6. Now you have 19 and 22. You have 2 of the next 4.
All right, give me the Seahawks.
I like
Not
that.
over yet.
If you can get an 8-win team in this range, you're doing pretty okay, I feel like.
I
At
agree.
19,
You
I'm
need,
going
if it's your
for-
second team, you need
I'm
probably
not
9 or 10.
not looking here for the highest ceiling.
Yeah,
Looking for the highest floor here of the
I like that
remaining teams.
Seahawks pick.
Thank
All
you.
right, last pick of the first round.
Yeah, that could be
Dangerous.
Kate is back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm going to go in the NFC East. I was trying to figure out which one I want between all those teams because, boy, are they tough. And I think it's going to have to be Eli Manning and the New York Giants.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
And
actually stunned right now.
Wow.
I was going to go with the
I like that
Cowboys.
pick.
Yeah,
the
so do
Cowboys
I.
were going to be my guys, but I think I'm going to go with the Giants just because I feel like they're trying to win now. I like Gettleman. I like Eli's back, so Giants.
So many outcomes.
Wait, Eli's
right
Why
now.
did you say Eli's back like that was a justification for the
Eli's
pick?
back. When Davis Webb got cut, I was like, okay, Eli's back.
So many outcomes
Yeah,
are on the table for
that's
the
what they
Giants
needed.
offense.
Yeah.
So many. Saquon Barkley, Odell Beckham, and it's hard to overstate how much of an upgrade Pat Shurmur is over Ben McAdoo.
Agreed.
you're an NFC guy.
I'm an NFC guy.
I
Staying in
think
the
that
NFC.
Barkley is going to be like kind of a low-grade version of Zeke Elliott
So-
2 years ago, where he's just going to have instant impact, and then we're not going to figure out it was a wasted pick till like 3 years down the
And
line.
then when he
Totally
goes
agree.
up for his 5th year, it's kind of
Yeah.
like, all right, bye.
Yeah, see you, buddy.
thanks.
No matter the long-term outlook,
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley is very likely going to be awesome
Yep.
this year.
Yep. Worried about the hamstrings, though.
I like Maze's pair the most through 2 rounds.
Who do we
Rams
think is-
and Bears.
who do we think
Fortunately,
is-
Maze doesn't pick again until 29. So you better get a
That
lot
might
of
be a
wins out
problem.
of those 2 teams.
Who do you
There's
think
only
is-
one team I really don't want.
The Browns?
Danny and Haley are up 8-17, and now 21. They have the Saints and the Ravens, and now they're up again.
There's no need to waste time for you guys to slander us. We're going to take the Lions.
Oh, I love that.
Ahead of time, that's why we wore Lions colors to this event.
Yeah. Do you
Honolulu
understand
Blue.
the legal burden for slander? Like, if it's true, we're allowed to say it. Do you
The
guys?
Lions were, I just couldn't get a handle on them last year.
You like
hard to
Jim, you
handle
like
them
Jim
every
Bob's
year.
back, though. You like
Yeah,
Cougar being in the building.
every time I thought they would zig, they would zag. Mallory,
Oh my
22.
goodness.
Packers, Seahawks, and now you're back.
Huge Mike Holmgren fan.
Uh-oh. Can you do an honor and a privilege? Can you do that whole thing? Really sell this one. It's your last pick.
It is an honor and a privilege to keep my marriage alive for one more football season. Denver Broncos.
Wow.
You're welcome, Adam.
Okay. Packers,
No one has
Seahawks,
anything to
Denver.
say. We're all
Mallory's
just shaking our
done.
heads. We're all just shaking
Danny
our
Haley have
heads.
Saints,
I
Ravens,
almost
and
took them
Lions.
with my last pick,
I
actually.
don't want them.
Why?
I believe.
23rd pick, Micah. There's a couple AFC South teams left.
Yes. Andrew Luck is staring at you right
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna keep the brand strong. I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Wow.
Wait, can we
Really
pause
good.
for a minute, actually, and discuss, like,
I mean, like there are
seriously,
no
can we
illusions that I
discuss
don't
Micah's
know what I'm
strategy?
talking about.
So, like,
Because by definition,
Also,
your teams can win because they all play each other.
There's only
He's
one
beating up
good
his
team
own
in the
team.
division, and I got it.
That's why I color-coded my sheet this way by division, so that I would not make the mistake of
Yeah.
taking even 2 teams from the same division,
yeah,
and
well,
you
the
took
thing
all
is that
3.
the last time we did a draft, you also had a color-coded spreadsheet.
And guess
I-
who won that draft,
and
Micah?
I fell on my
And guess
face
who
in that one
lost?
too. But you know,
I like it. You're going rogue.
I'm just
Don't
gonna.
listen to this. I like it.
I think in addition to this might be the worst division in football, so that's great. You're in a good spot.
I'm in a great
might as
spot
well.
right now.
Yeah, there was some bad
Watch
Sal
out,
did on the
Cam
pod
Wilson.
today about will any division champ win less than 8.5 games? and it was minus 250 that they wouldn't. So basically, every division champ would have to go 8-7-1 or better. And we were trying to think of what division would screw you over if you did the bet, and we decided the AFC South.
Yeah.
That they could have an 8-win champion. So now Micah has 3 of the 4 teams. Congratulations.
I kind of think the NFC East could be a sneaky division that does that too. I think they're all really bad.
If the Eagles are all banged up.
Destroyed the Patriots in the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. You said that right.
I love the Eagles. I'll never say another bad thing about them ever again. So
Can you guys talk amongst yourselves for 20 seconds? I got to figure out a pick. Valerie, talk about Game of Thrones or something. Harry Potter.
Don't talk about either of those things, please.
Who would Harry Potter
Can
pick?
you talk to us about your shirt or your shoes? Which I haven't commented on.
What do you think
yet,
about these?
but
They're nice.
big
Yeah,
fan.
so Mallory's become a sneaker.
I'm a
sneaker
sneaker
head
fan.
Fairly
recently.
recently.
Yeah.
It's a new development.
Within
I'm
the
very
last 2
into it.
weeks, I seek Micah's counsel on a daily basis. I definitely sent Sean like a midnight on Saturday text that was just a link to a new pair of sneakers.
It was just like
Fantastic
also,
hype beast.
I was
I
just
feel like
saying,
for any other team in this range, the Colts would have been a good pick, except for Micah.
Weird that Maze wasn't interested in discussing my footwear.
You swerved
I don't know. I'm just trying to contribute to the football content here.
All right,
nice.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I don't like either of the teams that I'm thinking about right now. I just want to go on the record with that.
Giving Gruden a vote of confidence here?
Oh, God, it'd be amazing. Please do it.
I think you might.
I don't like this division. I think something weird's going to happen in it, and I want to grab one of the teams, the Washington Redskins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to go like 9-7, 10-6 who shouldn't in that division, and I think they're the best bet. So there you go. And you know what else? Alex Smith wins
Alex
football
Smith.
games.
Steady as she goes.
What is he? 66 and 34 or something as a
something like that.
starter,
He
some
did
crazy
better.
And he's
number.
got Vernon Davis back,
Yeah.
so we get to see that again.
You
That'll
keep on
help.
saying
Giving
players who are
34-year-old
back.
Alex
They're back.
Smith $70 million
Enjoy the game. They're back.
is problematic, but this year they'll be good on offense.
Thanks for the backhanded compliment of my pick.
I got you, buddy.
Picking 25th, Sean Fennessy. The Jets are on the
They
board.
are on the board and they're off the board.
I almost took
Thank
it.
you very much.
I almost took it.
Wow.
What a time.
That's the right spot for them.
That's great.
They can go 8-8.
I think it's
Get
very
8 wins
possible.
with that pick, you're in good shape.
2 L's this
26 pick Tate.
I'm cruising. towards
Minnesota and the Giants. I think Tate's a threat to have his third team have his most wins. That's happened before.
It's really,
That
it's
happened
really
last year
hard.
in the Rams.
It's really hard. I'm going through teams right now. I think I'm going to stick with the NFC.
Huge NFC fan.
Big NFC fan, as you guys all know. I'm going to take the Buccaneers.
Oh my God! What? Tate, do you understand how this works?
here.
The goal is to accrue wins, not like suspensions.
I kind of like the Buccaneers without Jameis like turning the ball over every single time he gets it.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is their starting
I know.
quarterback.
And that's the whole point. Ryan Fitzpatrick, at least he's smart. I
Ryan
think,
Fitzpatrick
he went
is
to Harvard.
notoriously not smart.
I'm keeping it all Graham with Boston for this show for you. So Ryan
There's 2
Fitzpatrick.
teams left.
Yeah.
That is
Buccaneers.
not
I think the
true.
Bucs have a
They're-
chance to be the worst team in
I
the
agree.
NFL.
Yeah.
I'm going to list the
think
teams
the
that are
Bucks or
left.
Bills,
that.
worst team in football.
hey, his son knows his multiplication.
So we have-
tables. That's all that matters.
We have
Sorry.
4 people
Can I see
picking,
your phone?
Oh, yeah.
and we have 6 teams left. By my count, Arizona,
Yeah.
Oakland, Miami,
Nobody's taking
Cleveland,
the
and
Cowboys.
Dallas.
Nobody's taking
I
the
don't really like the Cowboys, and that seems
Oh, the
weird.
Bills. Dallas got taken. Didn't Dallas get taken?
Dallas is not
I
selected.
could not take the Cowboys because
Dallas
they were
stinks.
in the NFC East. With
6
my other
picks on the
team.
board,
The
6
Cowboys
teams
were the
left.
right pick.
All right, Riley, you're up.
I'm going to take Dallas.
Yeah.
Why did we talk about it when I was one pick
I don't
away?
like this.
Well, we all
I was
know
going to
which
take him
teams
anyways.
are left.
I don't like
Oh,
them.
now I see that thing over there.
But they did just
Damn
go
it.
13.
Just blind. So Riley wraps up with the Steelers, Niners, and the Cowboys.
What happens when the Cowboys are really good?
Pretty good.
We have to
That's
deal with
pretty
it.
I'm
good.
not excited about the Cowboys. I think they could have kind of a disastrous year, too.
They're not the
running back
27th
with
best
Garrett,
team in
but
the
they
league.
could also win 10 games.
I thought they were going to stink, and now there's been buzz in the last week that they might actually be a little bit of a sleeper, which makes me even feel better that I think they're going to stink.
Doesn't it kind of scare you that Tavon Austin is always the piece that they talk about why they're going to be really good? It's like
Yeah.
Tavon Austin's going to make us great. I'm like,
And
You
Anytime-
say Tavon Austin is back.
he's getting there. A lot of buzz.
The receivers are not good enough, period.
A lot of buzz in what building? In Tavon
This
Austin's
right
mom's
now,
house?
this building right now. I'm creating it. Tavon.
Tavon Austin. Special package.
The Cowboys receiver hopes are in Allen Hurns, who is a just lifetime number 2.
Yeah.
Tavon Austin, who has never been good.
A lifetime
Ever.
number 6.
And Michael Gallup, who is a 3rd-round pick. The fact that they're like treating Michael Gallup like he's this godsend is all you need to know about their depth chart.
Never is a little strong. He was fabulous at West Virginia.
Sorry.
I have NFL regrets though about taking the Jets
scope.
over the
Also,
Cowboys.
Dan
I
Bailey
gotta say,
signed for the
Bengals and
Chargers.
Jets is like
the Chargers' biggest
rough.
Pretty rough.
Really rough. Bengals and Jets is really
The
rough.
Cowboys,
16-0. Let's go.
the Cowboys are also the number one draft pick for a franchise to get derailed by some sort of scandal. It'd be my number one pick. I'm just going to leave it there. Just feels like bad things could happen. If you're going to pick a team, why are you making a face?
I got 32 nominations
The
for
Patriots are
that.
off.
This could go in a lot of different directions here.
I'm just leaving it there. Rodgers up at 28. Falcons, Chargers, and
You know something? I think I'm running a serious risk of none of my teams making the playoffs, which I'm excited about. I've lost all faith in everything because I was kind of hoping the Cowboys would fall to me. My only prep for this was I just took all of the Vegas win totals and ranked them 1 to 32. I'm going
great
to take
Word document.
number 32.
Do
Cleveland
it.
Browns.
Yes.
wow.
I'm really, really upset.
Yes. Do it for Baker.
I wanted the Browns desperately at 29.
So did I.
I
So now
almost
we
took the
have-
Browns at 22.
One of the best things of the wins poll. Sorry, I'm
Seriously.
covering the light so I can see. One of the best things about the wins poll is the two teams that don't get taken, and we have 4 teams left: Arizona, Buffalo, Miami, Oakland.
Oh, God. This
With
sucks.
2 on the board.
I'm
good for
really,
Gruden.
really upset about the Browns.
You see, this is why the Patriots should have been the number one team because,
Yeah. Right.
the Bills and Dolphins are 2 of our 4 left. Like none of us have any faith in them. The only reason the Jets got taken is because
Cause what?
I'm a Jets fan too, and I'm
It's the 2 guys on the couch that didn't take the Pats. Look at them. We didn't
I
do it.
explained my
Look that
reasoning.
way.
Yeah. I'm an NFC guy, so.
What is that?
29th pick. What terrible
NFC
team are
guy.
you taking, Mace?
I guess I'm going with the Cardinals. I'm not excited about
Yes.
that.
Come on. Not bad.
I mean, none of those teams. The Browns are the last team I really wanted to grab. It's Arizona. I feel like is not going to be very good, but I still think they're going to be better than Buffalo and Miami. And there's no way I'm hitching my.
So you look at
wagon
this
to
board.
Gruden.
So we got Buffalo, Miami, Oakland
Still
left.
Gruden on the board.
So we think as a
What's
group
that
those are the
face?
3
Why are we
worst
all making
teams.
faces here? What's that?
Buffalo, Miami, Oakland. We think those are the 3 worst teams. Basically,
I don't.
that's what we're saying.
I don't. I think Arizona is worse than those teams.
Because there should be an NFC team in the bottom 3 is my point.
Sure.
Just because like the wins, they play each other more. But man, those are 3 bad teams.
Yeah.
I'm
don't like
shocked
any
the
of those
Bucks got
teams.
picked. I did not think the Bucks
I
got picked.
agree with you.
I loved it because I was hoping to get the Browns. I think the Browns can go 8-8. If you get 8 wins
Hell
from
yeah.
the 29th pick, I mean that's how you
They've
win
changed
this
like the
thing.
Bucks.
Did they change their coach?
No, they changed their quarterback though. That's the second most important thing you can do.
I don't think
see
the Raiders are one of the 3 worst teams,
Yeah, I
but
don't
like
either.
Mays, I just could not bring myself to pick Gruden. I just don't.
The Raiders.
By the way,
could
the Bills
easily
made
have
the
worst
playoffs
defense
last
in the
year.
league.
Yeah, that is the crazy part. That, like,
Yeah.
Nathan Peterman is that bad that we completely dismissed the entire franchise.
So Kevin
Josh
Clark
is-
is last. 3,
Yeah.
13, 30. Pats, Texans, and one of these 3 terrible teams.
Okay, so it has to be an AFC East team, obviously, because the Raiders are off my board. I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
I think that was the right pick.
Tannehill season. He's back.
Plus, it's a Florida pick.
Tannehill's
Well, the thing is, in the AFC, somebody's going to go 7-9.
And it's going to be the Miami Dolphins.
And you basically have a 1 in 3 chance of having the 7-9 team. So, yeah, I'm aware. Sean Yu's talking in my ear. I have who are the 2 left? Buffalo and Oakland.
Yeah.
So we think those are the 2 worst. Do you agree with that, Kevin Clark?
I agree that Oakland will be. I mean, again, Buffalo made the playoffs last year. I'm ready to believe anything with them. Both them and Miami could possibly be 9-win teams in some weird universe, but I would say at this point, those are the 2 worst teams.
I would say Buffalo, Oakland, and Arizona were my bottom
agree.
3, and I don't know what's the order's going to be. Oakland could be really spectacularly bad, potentially.
I'm not totally sure Gruden knows how to run offensive plays anymore. Like, I feel like when they play Monday night, the first game, we might be like, what the hell is this?
You might
Yeah, a
be,
lot of
you might
legal
be a
formation.
complete
I also just want to throw this out there. They just traded their best player on the eve of
Right.
the season.
Yeah.
He might be like a sports documentary this whole season.
To be clear, the Dolphins cut their best player for no reason.
Cut their best player and then lost their best offensive player.
All right, recap. Tate, Minnesota, Giants, Tampa.
Stunning.
I'm gonna give you a C minus.
Stunning. Honestly,
Thank you. I
stunning.
pass.
Maze, Rams, Bears,
Tate is back.
Rams, Bears, but then Cardinals.
I hate the Cardinals. I
That
really want
last
the Browns.
pick really hurt you. It's really tough. You need like at least 6 wins from the last pick.
I felt like that
Got to get
was-
to 30, unless the Rams can get to like 14-2.
It's fine because he's going to get 6 wins from his second pick.
It's great.
True.
Clark,
excited.
Pats, Texans, Dolphins.
AFC.
So your roadmap is
I feel
13-3
great.
for the
That's a good
Pats,
draft.
10-6 for the Texans, 7-9 Dolphins. You get to 30.
I like
I can
eight.
actually
I like
see that.
8 wins for Miami. 8.
It happens.
It doesn't matter who you got
wins?
with your third pick because the 13-win Patriots fell to you for no reason, and then
Other
you
than
somehow got the
conference-wise.
Texans. Like you're.
I'll be shocked if the Patriots win
annoying.
13 games.
I would
I
be
think
too.
I
What do
love
you
the
think they're gonna win,
Patriots. And I'm
11?
wearing
2
Patriots.
losses,
12?
11
Jets?
and 12, but
I
not
think 10 or
13.
11.
Okay, so if he gets, let's say 11, how many games do we all think the Texans are going to win?
10.
That's
Or- I
21
would say
wins from
8.
his first 2 teams.
So you need 30 to win.
Yeah, but the Dolphins are only going to win 4.
We need the
You just
That's
said 8.
wrong. 8.
Fantasy's got Eagles, Bengals, Jets.
I made some mistakes.
That's a mess.
I think Bengals.
Well, I think
Bengals
the
is
Bengals
the
might
best
finish
pick.
with more than the Eagles.
That's a great pick.
I like the Bengals.
love the
Bengals
Bengals.
is a good pick.
I have some regrets.
You need. I think you need 11 from the Eagles,
Cannot categorically
10
be
from the
worst.
Bengals, and 8 from the Jets gets you to 29.
In the history of the NFL, these are 3 of the saddest franchises. So
Not untrue.
karmically, it's a little worrisome.
Wow.
Riley had Steelers, 49ers, and Dallas.
I got the opposite of you. I got like 3 of the most despicable franchises.
Well, you
I feel
the
bad about it.
370s bandwagon franchises.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you need, I would
70s.
say, 12-4 Steelers, 10-6 49ers, 8-8 Dallas. Doable.
That's my favorite team.
Yeah.
That's my favorite collection of teams. Is right.
Mallory has the Packers, Seahawks, Denver. Seahawks, Denver playing each other in round 1, by the way.
I feel good about my draft, I'll be honest.
You need 12-4 from the Packers.
Thanks, Haley.
I'm worried about the
Denver's a good
Seahawks
pick.
for you, bud.
Yeah.
Feel
I
good
like
about it.
Denver. Denver
This would have been a
22
good
is
team.
I think
This would have
Denver
been
wins more than
incredible 5 years
Seahawks.
ago.
I almost took Denver when I took the Seahawks, and then I got them both.
If this was 2013, you'd be running away with this.
Roger somehow took all 3 hype teams. Falcons, Chargers, Browns. 10-6,
Falcons
11-5 Falcons, 11-5 Chargers, 8-8 Browns. You get to 30.
It's totally
Not
impossible.
That's this is clear.
Not
now.
impossible.
This is the college football team. You got Calvin Ridley on the Falcons, you got Derwin on the Chargers, and you got Baker on the Browns. That's how you chose your teams, and I support it.
I will say he did just have a Google Doc of all the teams. So I don't even know if he thought, like, that was good. That was a nice job.
Thanks
Micah
for making it
has-
seem like I had.
Mike has 3
Strategy.
AFC South teams, and we're all still reeling.
Going
Wow,
with
skipping
my
Danny and
time-honored
Haley.
tradition of
That
picking
was
haphazardly
Oh,
and
my
forgetting
iPad
all
went
about
first,
this
too.
by week 3.
Is there any way he gets to 30 wins with those?
Michael
There's just literally
eliminated
zero
himself.
You've been eliminated
Based on
already.
math.
Danny and Haley, on the other hand, Saints, Ravens, Lions. I think Saints would have to go 12-4. Can the Ravens get 10 wins?
I don't think so. No.
9?
High floor. High floor.
8?
Yeah, they
The
can do
division
that. They
is
can
the
get 9
division's
wins.
weak enough that if Lamar's starting early,
Their defense is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
put Lamar in by week 3 and maybe.
I think you could get 9, 9, and 9 from all 3 of these. If things break right.
We have the
for second
Saints
place.
listed as in the category of like, there's no way they'll fall to us, but just in case.
The Lions are a good third-round pick.
Thanks, guys.
That's strong.
Correct. I think the Lions could easily win more games than the Ravens.
Yeah,
And then I
before
have-
she gets out of the way.
Chiefs, Panthers, Redskins. I actually think the Chiefs are going to be the 1 seed. I know people think I'm crazy. Could I get 11, 11, 8 out of the? I think I get to 30 with those 3.
You really got all your eggs in the Mahomes basket.
I like Mahomes.
He's great.
Son of a professional athlete. He
I think
passes
the most
one of my
unlikely in that prediction is the Panthers winning 11 games.
tests. Tate?
I don't want to speak on it, but I think they're going to be fine. If Curtis Samuel's not hurt, he got hurt today in practice, so hopefully not hurt.
Why don't you want to
What?
speak on it?
You better
They're
Curtis
an
Samuel.
NFC team. Why don't you
Oh,
speak
well,
on
that's
it?
like too close. That's too close. That's NFC South. That's too much.
So every year, the 2 teams that don't get picked, one of them goes like 8-8 and does better than like 10 teams.
Is someone
Which
allowed
one's
to
more
add-
likely, Buffalo or Oakland?
It was the Raiders.
Oakland.
Yeah, I think it's Oakland. Just because of
Guys,
Carr's better
Buffalo
this year.
made the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
think
mean they were
Buffalo's more
good.
likely.
They weren't like a
With
good
Tyrod
team.
Taylor.
Yes.
Serious question for you.
Yeah.
This is not a joke. I mean this. What number is bigger at the end of the season? The Bills' win total or Josh Allen completions?
It's a wash. I think. I mean, I think Allen will get in there by like Halloween, and he will be out of there by Thanksgiving.
Right. I think he'll be in there by like week 2 or 3. So the question still stands.
When do you think Carson Wentz plays? What week?
I'm worried.
I think like week 5.
I'm a
week
little
6.
worried.
They said he's not practicing yet, right?
No, he's not cleared for
not medical cleared.
It's a medical decision at this
So
point.
how many weeks does a quarterback have to practice after they're cleared? Like 4? 6?
No.
I think,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it's 1.
Yeah.
That's
He'll
it?
be
He
in there
just
right
comes
away.
back, he's ready?
Yeah.
He doesn't
I mean,
have to
he's
learn
been
the
he's been
offense.
at practice.
But doesn't he have to
Yeah,
like
he
get
has been
acclimated to the speed of
But
guys
he's been
rushing at him?
he
He's
runs plays.
Professional
He
football
hasn't
player.
played bad football for a year.
Bill,
He's back, he's
Bill, he's
playing?
running plays. He's
Yeah,
just
he
not
goes
cleared
to
for
practice.
contact.
He's not like in bubble wrap somewhere.
I don't know what it's like to have an injured quarterback. It's
He's
been so
at
long.
practice.
Really tempted
that.
me.
Wow.
The 10-year anniversary of Matt Castle. Congratulations.
I know. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. My season
Better hope
ended.
Tom
So
Brady
you think
doesn't
he's
eat a
back in a week?
strawberry.
Cleared for practice, he's playing.
I think as soon as he gets cleared, he'll start back in and play. Yes.
No, but that gets to the point. I feel like everyone's assuming that once Wentz gets back in there, that he'll just go back to MVP form. But like, he's not some 10-year veteran who just can step in after missing camp. Like, he's a third-year guy, and I think it undercuts how good he was last year to assume that he can just be amazing on third down and like the chemistry you have when you get off schedule and plays. Like
Danny, who's your favorite team?
the Giants, and I rooted for the Eagles in the Super Bowl to be on the right side of history. So I am not biased.
I was going to
Eagles
say,
turned
it sounds
Nick
like the way we
Foles
talk
into a
about
Super Bowl
Heifetz.
hero.
You know, he did
But
it
let's not
last
forget
year,
this.
but he's
Like, even if they
He's
bring
like,
back
"Yeah,
Carson
do it
Wentz, it's
again."
probably going to
Be
be
okay on that team.
I would worry about their offense, but their defense will be fine, right? Schwartz is back.
Yeah, there's fewer questions over there. The offense is again.
We had
without
our Ringer
Jeffrey,
Fantasy
Ajayi
League. We took-
banged up, all that stuff.
We took Nick Foles late. We might get like 6 weeks out of him.
What
I don't
is
know what that
happening here?
gets us,
Since when
but-
is it 6 weeks before Wentz comes back? This is idle speculation.
Yeah, all of it is.
What?
I think
Here's
I think
the
those
deal.
people
People sitting around a room. Where are we supposed to idly speculate?
lingering animosity.
I thought that was the whole purpose of
It's fair. It's a good point.
idle speculation. The Ringer win pull. Kevin, any last thoughts?
No, I think I'm going to win.
Love the humbleness over there on the couch.
Micah, will you do better in the Premier League wins poll that we have next August?
I would smack all of y'all in the Premier League to win.
Is there a way to take 3 AFC South teams in the Premier League?
Basically, if you choose all of the North London teams, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Which
Maybe like
team
that.
does Shad Khan own?
Fulham.
Fulham.
Fantasy, you ended up with the Jets. That's really all that matters.
Well, that's your
I'm
AFC South.
all in. I got Darnold on
Fulham
3
is-
fantasy
well, I don't know.
teams.
Is that-
You're all in.
I'm still
Jets.
very upset about the Browns. I really want
Yeah.
them.
Maze, you
a
took
tough one.
You took the Rams, a fly-by-night franchise that just moved and lost in the playoffs last year, over the greatest sports franchise in the 21st century.
I feel great about it.
Okay. And you ended up with your own team, the Chicago Bears.
That I feel less good about, but again, I would make that pick every time with the teams that were left.
Tate, you hitched your wagon to Kirk Cousins, Eli Manning, and Jameis Winston.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
Jameis, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Extremely
Roger,
tough.
you made all your picks based on college football players you like.
what we're running
Congratulations
with.
on that. Danny and Haley, I don't know what to make of your team, but I'm sure it'll be in the mix. What do you have?
2 solid quarterbacks plus when Lamar comes in, that's 3.
Great.
Yeah.
I was going to ask who the second
heard
solid
that
quarterback
laugh.
is.
Riley?
Stafford's fine.
What's up?
It's fair.
Steelers, 49ers, Dallas.
I mean, Lamar Jackson
Three
knows how to
marquee
do the
public
Kodak
franchises.
Bob. I think that
3
we
teams
can
I
go
hate.
ahead and count him as solid.
That's great.
Mallory, Packers, Seahawks, Denver.
I feel great. My team, I think, has the highest floor of any collection here.
Oh, I totally disagree with
Is
you.
that how you win?
The Seahawks could be
Couldn't
awful
agree-
if things break the
disagree
wrong
more.
way.
We'll see.
If Russell Wilson, who plays behind a bad offensive line every year, gets hurt, the Seahawks are done.
Yeah, but you're just describing football. If the
No.
quarterback behind the offensive
Eagles
line.
won the Super Bowl with
Eagles
just
and
a
Nick
quarterback
Foles.
last year.
Yeah, but
That team is going to rely more on Wilson than pretty much every team in the league relies on its quarterback.
haven't they been doing that for years?
No, they had the best, historically great defense.
Yeah, I'm talking about specifically the offense.
He led them
in
in
response
rushing
to your
last year.
comment.
Doug Baldwin's banged up.
All you have to
Yeah,
say is 2 words, J.R. Sweezy.
Yeah, I'm not-
He's back.
I thought you
J.R.
were Penny.
That O-line.
2 words
Come
for
on.
Sharp Penny.
I know.
I'm
That's
talking about team-wide. Their chances rely solely
late
on
in the
Russell
second round. I was
Wilson.
the 19th pick. The end of the second round. I can get 7 or 8 wins at that spot in the draft. That's good value.
No, it's not. You need
you
more
need
than
to get
7
the
or 8
30.
wins to win this.
That means with your first pick, with the Packers, you have to go like 13-3.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the Packers. That's my team that could nosedive.
If Aaron Rodgers plays the entire season, they don't win less than 10 games. We have a decade and a half of evidence.
I'm tired of him winning all Hail Marys. Just beat people.
He's a fraud.
Just beat people.
The only thing I need to happen in this whole thing is I need Bill to come in last and Mal to come in like third so she can't complain about corruption. Anything else is in play and fine.
I'm definitely not coming in last.
Okay.
Chiefs,
The
Panthers,
system is for
Redskins.
sure corrupt.
That's how you know it's rigged.
Regardless
I'm
of
for
the
sure not
outcome.
coming.
That, which camera am I looking at? This one? That wraps up the corrupt NFL wins poll for the Ringer for 2018. We have no sponsor. The prize will be, if I win, I just win. I get to brag about it.
Oh, great.
If I lose, I'll take whoever out to dinner. That's it. I'm challenging the whole league.
Wait, where?
Like
Shakey's?
No,
Roscoe's? What are we talking here?
just dinner.
Just dinner.
Dinner will be served by
Does
a
the
waitress.
person okay. I mean, not
Don't
that
worry,
it matters
Becky.
to
You,
me.
it will
Yeah,
you-
Make plans.
I'm gonna make plans that night.
Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget you can
Side.
watch the finished feed on Twitter, on Facebook. Anywhere else, Sean? You? Oh, and YouTube. Our friends at YouTube. Thanks for watching. We are going to do this again for the NBA and try to figure out what we did right and wrong on this, and we will see you then.